All right.
So, you guys in Shalator, the sun is beginning to set. What is it you guys would like to do?
Well, do we want to look around before we try and find
Place to rest, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I would like to do that.
Where do you guys want to look?
You said what would probably be the most interesting place would be the general store, I think you said?
There are a few places, but the general store is one of them, yeah.
Where could we find like unusual trinkets? Because like I feel like that should be a thing here with all the
Are you accusing them of having weird objects just because they're gnomes?
No, because he said they're like really because he said they're really smart and inventive, and so maybe they have bad.
You would probably find that, either in the general store or the museum has all the prototypes of things like that as well.
Except those won't be for sale.
Yeah.
No, but
I was thinking the
yeah.
general store personally.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Yeah.
there's the general store. There's the market.
Let's go.
Yeah. Okay. Crunch, crunch, munch, munch. I'm sorry.
We can hear it. It was funny because I was just talking about this like before we got on. I was like eating hot Cheetos, and I was like, now you gotta deal with this all through the session. I was like, no, I don't eat during the session. And then here comes Kay was like, hold on, let me just like shove a whole bag of Doritos in my
Hold
mouth.
my beer.
It was one. Usually I mute my mic. I just forgot to.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
So, what are you guys doing? Are you going to the general store now, or?
I would like to.
Yeah, let's
Okay.
go.
Yeah, I'll go.
All right, so everyone heads over to the general store, and you find as you walk inside, there are various things among the shelves there. First of all, you do have to like duck underneath the roof slightly to enter and walk through. You see a halfling woman at the other end of the store. You can see that everything on the shelves, despite there being all sorts of different crazy-looking things on the shelves, everything is aligned very neatly, and everything has a little price tag in front of it on the shelf. It's very well organized.
Yes.
Just like, oh.
Aw.
Anyways, continue.
But yeah, you you see all kinds of things on the on the shelves, like a lot of clockwork looking items. You see a couple of them that are like a little bird that's on a perch that it seems like a wind up sort of thing where you wind it up and then it kind of like clicks and chirps and has a little animation that it goes through.
I'm guessing this is where that one lady from that one store was getting those little awkward
It
things.
might be.
Yeah, odds
Oh, yeah.
are, yeah, from around here would be where you would get such things. So, what would everyone like to do?
think we're just kind of browsing at the moment, seeing if there's anything that catches our interest.
Mostly that, because honestly, I figured, well, if they don't allow magic, they probably don't have magic items around, and Gunther doesn't know what he wants here, but he wants to look in case he finds something interesting.
Pretty much, because we're not looking for anything in particular, but we find something.
This is just a general store, so they're not selling like any like weapons at all in here, right?
They have a weapon thing, but the thing is, I think Nick said that they'd be really tiny and everything.
Yeah. There is a weapon store, but this is not the sort of that armory sort of building is not.
I'm also assuming that if
here they have mostly like potions and rope and all kinds of different various items.
Am I running out of rope? Look.
I'm nervous. That was a really scary statement from like Gunther. Am I out of
The shopkeeper just looks at Gunther like,
I didn't say that out loud though.
That's true. What if he did? He's just like really quietly. He's like, "Am I out of rope?" And he's just like, he's literally just dead serious, like pondering and everything. Like he's deep in thought. Like, am I? And we're all like, "Oh no."
Yeah. Okay. I think I'm good on the rope. I still have 20 feet. But do they sell what are they called again? Like those things that you use for climbing, pythons?
Yeah, they have those for sale here. Yes.
Yes. How much are those?
Climbing pythons.
I don't need a specific price, but like an estimate would be good. Average.
I'll say like a gold a piece.
That's not too bad.
Yeah.
So I'll pretty much just like go to the counter and ask, because I'm assuming I don't see them around just yet. So I'll just ask, do you sell pythons here?
And she looks up and says, "Yes, they're 1 gold each, and you'll find them in the box on the shelf over there." And she points off to her left at this box. And as you open it up, you can see that all of them are in there, very carefully arranged and stacked very perfectly neatly in piles, in columns.
I'm gonna pick a few out of the box, like 10.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be nice enough that I'm not gonna disturb the piece in the box. Just grab what I need and
so
not move too much.
Carefully take them off the top and
yep.
get 10 of them.
And I go to the counter with that, and as I'm going, I'll ask if. No, actually, I'm not gonna ask anything. I'm just gonna take them for what they are. Just that gold. It's fine.
Yep.
Really, you're gonna ask for a discount on 1 gold each?
No, Gunther. I just decided that if it's 1 gold a piece, Gunther's not gonna bother.
Good.
I was gonna say, like, that's even cheap, even for Gunther. Like,
yeah,
like,
I mean,
even Mr. Krabs would be a little disappointed in you and on that one.
No, I feel like Mr. Krabs would be disappointed if I didn't haggle.
Oh my god.
Kay's all like, I have to abide by my Lord and Savior, Mr. Krabs.
I mean, I'm not haggling this time around, but
Oh
I'm
my
pretty sure
God.
I'm pretty sure that if I didn't haggle, Mr. Krabs would be disappointed.
Yeah. Anyways.
But yes, I'll take these.
Okay. So for the 10 climbing pythons, it's 10 gold.
Yep.
As you're looking around the place, you do find what appears to be a sort of small metal jar, about the size of a fist, with a weird-looking stem coming off the top of it, that looks like it's been designed to you pull the stem out.
Is it a bomb?
And the outside of it is kind of like the outer like metal plate is sort of cut and gridded in such a way that it looks like if this thing, it's very clearly some sort of explosive where if you pull the pin out and throw it like a grenade, this explosion would go off inside of it and send all these small pieces of metal out like fragmentation.
This is awesome because, like, okay, so my my inner explosive maniac when I play video games is very happy with this, but Gunther probably wouldn't use that.
So you find
That's really
things like
cool,
that. There are a whole bunch of funny-looking lockpicks that are rather small, and there are some with them that are quite they're kind of in a weird shape, different to usual lockpicks that you would see.
Do they? I want to ask, but like, do they work like regular lockpicks?
She explains that they have like regular lockpicks there amongst them, but some of the weird-looking ones, like weird misshapen ones, those are for specifically dismantling traps and the like.
Ooh, that'd be interesting. How much are those?
Those are the trap dismantling ones are 5 gold each.
Is this like the dollar store?
Well, I mean, that was just like it's just like a little piece of metal that's been shaped in such a way, like this little tool. Like it really looks like it isn't that expensive to craft.
Are there one-use things?
No, they use them as many times until you pretty much, if you roll a 1, then it'll snap. But and
rolled a 1 on
the
the first try.
Damn it.
Look,
I'll take.
you've said it now.
I want to take 2, and I want to know if I can. I want to know if I can get 2 for 8 gold instead of 10.
She immediately says no. Like everything in this store is priced for a very exact reason economically. I'm not going to haggle.
Fair enough. All right, I'll get them for
God.
This is
I hate this village. Get out of here.
Gunther found an immovable object, but he's not going to be the unstoppable force because he's just been put down.
Yep.
Gunther's gonna like walk out of this and be like, I fucking hate this town. This is such a fucking hick town.
This is bullshit.
Alright, so I took 2 and
Alrighty.
did a 10 gold for it, and yeah. So it would be like,
Alright.
what, in my inventory, what should I write for that? Like trap disarming tools?
Yeah.
Cool.
Just in your inventory, and it'll use lockpick checks to dismantle
So
the
thieves
traps.
tools as usual.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wrote them down right under my thieves tools, so that way if I ever break one, I can just remove it from there.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Rather than using like sleight of hand or whatever, it'll use like your thieves tools check.
Excellent. Which is the exact same proficiency number thing modifier.
So it's exactly the same anyway. Rip.
Yep, until I get expertise in thieves tools someday.
Yeah.
I do plan on doing that. Anyway.
Around the store, there are other things like bear traps and other mechanical traps of the like. Things of that nature. You do see sort of off to the eastern wall of the place, there's a barrel there, like a large barrel. And beside it on the shelves are all kinds of tiny little mechanical looking pieces that are all disassembled. Whatever they use to create it looks complicated. Aside from that, there are other things like music boxes and all kinds of springs and stuff like that.
Instantly, when I thought music box, I reminded myself of the one Hatsune Miku little thing I have that when you twist it, it does the Yyyyep polka song thing.
No.
The music
No.
box notes.
Get that. That's like an archive from fucking 2005.
It's in my closet somewhere.
Goodness.
There to stay.
Where it shall stay.
Yep.
Yeah. So, what would you guys like to do? Is there anything anyone else wants to do here?
As far as I'm concerned, Gunther's business is done.
Fair enough. Anything that anyone else wants to look for?
Not particularly.
Yeah, I can't
Okay.
think of anything.
Mm-mm.
All right.
If it's not magic, we're not interested.
I mean, all of the stuff here sounds like a lot, like just things that Gunther would be interested in, because like it's like mechanical
All
traps
three
and
of us are all
trinkets.
like,
And Gunther just gets regular things like pythons and trap tools.
Yeah. So everyone else is just like, okay.
Lesyra does.
if we
Lesyra
had,
does.
like... Oh, go
Sorry.
ahead, sorry.
I was just gonna say, Lesyra does want to check by the weapon shop real quick, though.
Okay.
She wants like a tiny knife.
All I was gonna say was like if we had if there was phones like in our world and everything, like in this like world that's going on right now, and like when Gunther was like doing business, we all have just been like checking our phones and like shit like that.
Everyone's on Facebook.
Just checking my notifications.
So, what was it that Lesyra wanted to do?
She wants to go to the weapon shop and just look around.
Alrighty.
I just instantly thought of something like the Lesyra trying to get like a tiny knife. Hold on. I wonder if you guys can already guess what it is.
Lesyra, like, I just need a new butter knife. It's fine.
Are their daggers basically like regular sized daggers?
Yeah, like their short swords would probably be pretty dagger-like to you guys.
I just imagine Lesyra throwing around like gnomish short swords as daggers.
One sees that and they're like, why are those gnomish short swords? You're like, yeah, they make great daggers.
Can you imagine if like one of us had picked a tiny raise, like the bullying throughout the campaign?
Oh no! Lesyra would have been like, sorry, I don't sleep with short people.
Like if someone had played a gnome or a halfling. I'm sure someday it'll happen.
But consider this, what if the gnome is like extremely hot?
It's like a beautiful face and like a tiny body.
What if the gnome's a wrestler?
Wait, why would that?
God.
It's like Jensen Ackles' face on a tiny body.
Tina as a gnome.
It's like a fucking chibi Jensen Ackles.
Well,
Oh
you say that, but I'm pretty
Gnome
sure.
Cena.
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure if Lesyra saw a gnome that looked like Jensen Ackles, she'd be like, no, that's bad memories.
I mean, at this point, but
So, you guys head over to the armory, blacksmith shop.
Mhm.
Yeah, those of
Yeah.
you who are interested in going. And as you enter, you find a male gnome. He's kind of got a big bald patch on the top of his head.
oh no, Gunther.
Bald.
Oh.
And he's wearing kind of goggles and like a little face shield and kind of like a blacksmith's apron. And he's you can see him sort of hammering away at a dagger of some sort off in the back half of the room. The whole room is warm from like the forge that he has back there. Looking around, you find all kinds of armor and weapons and the like, all of which are, well, a bit too small for you guys, shall we say. But there's also rather strange-looking armor. There's one that's kind of metal, but it's been crafted in such a way that it looks more like a harness, sort of made of leather armor and metallic pieces that seem to, in its physical form, channel the metal down to like a point on the outside of the armor. There are all kinds of crazy looking things in here.
Okay, I have a very important question to ask.
Yes.
Have the people of Shalator invented guns yet?
Oh my god.
You do find sort
Lesyra,
of around this area, you do find more of these barrels like the one you saw in the general store, and more of the same intricate looking pieces disassembled by like near these barrels on shelves and stuff on display. And yeah, these would be when properly assembled and built, these would essentially be firearms. Yeah, more like flintlock kind of pistols or clockwork and the like.
Good. Good. I wanted to make sure Lesyra was introduced to this.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Lesyra just plays like
Lesyra with a
tiny gun.
Introducing guns to D&D.
So
We're finally gonna get this.
so
When you multi-class into gunslinger, like 3 different classes.
Lesyra walks over to where the barrels and the parts are, and she just kind of gives it this confused look and just like, I saw this in the general store too. What's all this over here?
The blacksmith kind of takes this knife and chucks it in the bucket of water that he's got beside him. That to him is more of a barrel. To you guys, it's a little bucket. But he kind of dumps it in there for it to fizzle out all the heat, and he puts the hammer down and walks over, taking off the apron and all of his protective gear. And he explains to you that this
Oh my
this
god.
this pistol there are different models of them, and you can see that on different shelves. The designs for them are slightly different. Like they're all broken apart into individual pieces and on display, so you can see exactly what's in them. And presumably, when you purchase one, he'll assemble it for you. But he shows like the cheaper.
I'm sorry.
The cheaper one. The cheaper ones are kind of like single shot and reload ones, and then the more expensive ones go into like you can take a few shots before you have to properly reload it, and etc. etc. There are all kinds of different modifications you can make to them, little bits and pieces that you can upgrade and change to better suit what you need it for.
Lesyra's eyes are sparkling right now. and she looks at it, and then she looks down at her hands, and she's like, are any of these like a size that I could actually use?
And he quickly reaches up and grabs your hand and pulls it down, and sort of has a look at the size of your hand, compares it to his, and he says, with a couple of days, I can make one that'll fit your hand, yes. None of these that I have on display currently will probably be of much use to you, not comfortably anyway.
Are we coming back the same way, or if not, could we have it delivered?
Yeah. Okay. So, is Simone here with us?
Simone is here, yeah. He's
Okay.
he's like actually like bull in a china shop. He's like keeping all of his limbs super tucked into himself, and he's really cautious. Like he doesn't want to knock anything over. Everything looks expensive.
Oh my god.
You break it.
What's
to
up?
pay for it.
He's got like his tail like curled up around, and he's kind of holding it with both his hands like close to his chest, and he's all hunched together.
Lesyra leans down and whispers to him, "Is there any chance that that if you made this, you could have it delivered to Vaskir?"
And like with this kind of like lean down and whisper, he goes like, "What are we keeping secrets? What is this?" He says, "Yes, we can.
Doesn't
We
want
can have."
Simone know that Lesyra's gonna have a gun. Diana, you're not
Don't
allowed
tell
to play
Dad.
with guns.
Gonna have to get her gun license.
But yeah, he says, "Yeah, we can have this delivered. It will have to be delivered disassembled, and then you'll have to assemble it. But I can include instructions for that."
Oh yeah, if you can deliver the instructions, I can assemble it.
Excellent.
Would Lesyra fucking shoot herself trying to...
Oh my god. Like all of a sudden, like we see Lesyra get a package, she's like, "Oh boy," and we can see her go in the room, and then all of a sudden we hear like this big fucking like bang, and she comes out and her hand is like bleeding. She's like, "Ah!"
She's missing a pinky finger.
Oh no!
So Lesyra's eyes start sparkling again. She says, "Okay, let's talk prices."
For a single shot pistol, like that's a single shot and then reload, single shot reload, will cost you 200 gold pieces. For a 3-shot pistol, 250 gold before you'll have to reload it after each 3 shots. And for one with an automatic trigger, that'll be 10 shots for reload, is 500.
I think I'll go with the 3-shot then.
Excellent. And he extends his hand for a handshake to seal the deal.
And Lesyra does the same.
All right. And he says, "Well, I will get to work on crafting these pieces to fit your hand, and once they're done, I will send them to
Really
wherever
having
you want me to
sent
send them."
Scabbard and Vasker?
Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, that sounds good. Have it address to Lesyra and send it to the Scabbard and Vaskir.
Excellent. And he is ready to receive his payment. He's kind of holding a hand outstretched, like palm up, waiting.
Yeah, Lesyra goes hand and hands him 250 gold.
All right. Oh,
You know, that's really cool. By the time we get there, it's probably already gonna be there.
Yeah.
Smart.
But yeah, he says, right, I will get to work and get that delivered as soon as possible.
Any estimates on how long it'll take to get there?
Probably a couple of days.
Okay, that works.
Do you need it express delivered?
Let's see. About how long is it going to take us to get there?
From where you are, you could go to. I assume you're going to Reprieve,
Yep.
and then
Laven. Well, no,
from
outside Laven, because Laven is not a great place.
We'll just like
from
pass
there
Laven.
you can go sort of like outside of Laven, this area in a day. So 1, 2, 3,
We can probably grab more
4,
wine.
5.
How long would it be to go from Laven to Monastery? Because I don't know if we have anything to do in Saria.
Probably still about 2 days, because it would take you a day to about my Lil's Garden and then another day over to the monastery.
What do you guys think?
It doesn't really matter. I think it's just a matter of preference at this
Yeah,
point.
I think it's fine. And also, would we
They
be able
might
to?
actually.
It would
go
probably.
ahead.
I was just gonna say, would we be able to stop by the temple and just get more wine?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, probably. I mean, we're
However,
Doesn't
I
feel-
would not get more than 5 barrels because I don't want to destroy the world's economy.
I'm just going to say this. I don't. You'll have to convince Lesyra.
That's right.
If I tank the economy, I make more money, I'm fine with this.
No, I think it's more like the detour.
Also, I think Eris is going to be really happy to like learn where that amazing.
Oh
wine
no,
comes-
she's gonna know. Okay, never mind.
Oh yeah.
I don't
Not
want
a
her to
good
know.
idea.
She's gonna know.
That's what worries you.
Yes.
She's not gonna go and steal it.
No, I know. But that's a trade secret.
You're fine. You go in alone.
No, it's okay. We can do it on the way back.
We don't
If we
know
go
where you're
through
going.
there.
We don't know if like we're going like all the way back.
I did
Like,
say if.
Clovis may give us another boat that we can destroy.
Also, we don't necessarily know that the place is still uninhabited.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, we don't know
It
that.
has been at least a good month.
Maybe they
since
just
we've
went on
been there.
vacation and came back to their place and there's like burned wine.
And a bunch of dead kobolds.
Yeah, that
Yep.
weren't they gnolls?
Oh,
I don't
yeah, I
know.
think they were gnolls.
Yeah, I think they were gnolls.
They were gnolls, yes.
I've slept since then.
Well, that was like back in August that we did this.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Well, should we like go find a place to stay or?
Yeah.
We can check
Yeah.
if like we can fit in the end first.
I doubt it, but okay.
See it. I just really want to see it. Like, I
Okay.
know we're most likely not going to fit, but I really want to see it.
Do you have rooms for big people? Only Moro can stay. Only Moro is small.
Oh,
Aww.
It's a doghouse.
Oh, so, since that was why I asked in the first place. Lesyra says, "No, I don't need it express shipped. Just get it. Just get it as soon as however long it takes."
Excellent. It'll be there in a few days.
Okay, this works.
Excellent. Is there anything more I can do for you?
No, I think that's everything.
Okay. He says, well, if you need any other modifications to that gun, or if you need armor modifications or whatever it is that you want, come back and see me.
Will do.
So is there anything anyone else wants to do while you're here?
Not me.
I'm doing good.
All right.
Should go before Simon gets all cramped up.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's really like, his head's like all the way ducked down, and he's like shoulders are hunched forward, and he's just kind of like really careful. As you guys turn around, he just sort of like has to like back up. He doesn't have room to turn around properly. He just kind of has to back up through the front door
Oh my god.
and sort of like shimmy his way back out. Yeah, once he's back out there, he has a good stretch and back up to his full height.
You know, if it's too tight in there, you could have waited outside.
Yeah, but I realized soon after I entered that there was no going back. So,
Fair
No
enough.
turning back now.
yep,
Quite
I'd
literally.
passed the point of no return. Yep. It's important to know that like Eris had to open the door for him to be able to
Oh
move
my
back out
god.
because he didn't have room to like reach back and open. Like it was bad. So you guys head over to the inn as it starts to reach more into dusk. You find this inn called the Gentle Kip. And you can, as you enter, you're greeted by a gnomish man and gnomish woman who are there. And you see them, like, they greet you with a smile, which very quickly fades into concern.
A look
And-
of horrified distress.
Yeah. They seem like really concerned. Like you see like the guy, like as you're approaching, he kind of like leans over to the woman and like kind of like whispers something in her ear, like he puts his hand up and like sort of, and she you see her just kind of like look at her hands and start counting numbers on her fingers. She's like, and just quickly goes through the books that they have there as you're approaching the counter. It's worth noting that like this is a little more spacious. You are able to stand up like to your full height. You do still have to duck underneath the chandeliers, but you are able to stand at your full height.
Even Simone.
No, not Simon.
No.
You could not be spared.
He's still crouching right down. But yeah, he steps forward and he says, "Oh, my name is Davmon. Welcome to our inn. We're just doing some minor calculations. If you'll bear with us for a moment." And he looks over at his wife over his shoulder, who's like going through the books and like counting numbers. And he turns back toward you and says, I am afraid that if you are going to stay here, you'll have to purchase double rooms for each of you and just kind of push the beds together.
Oh my god.
Oh.
That might be the best that we can do. And he looks back to his wife, and she just kind of looks up at him and just kind of like shrugs and nods. He's like, "Yeah, I think that's the best we can do."
Oh my god.
Well,
We're just
mean-
causing them so much stress.
I know.
it's not like we can just. Yep.
Even good.
Alternatively, you could probably sleep in like your bedrolls in the rooms.
That's a good point.
Yep.
However, you're still too big for the regular rooms, and you'll have to get double rooms regardless.
Do you guys want to just camp out in the fortress?
I would say that would be the best.
Yeah,
bet.
I think we're just.
Maybe we should just warn them before we do that.
That's.
Oh, but they said
smart.
no magic items.
It's
We
not
will be
in the
inside
town.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Hopefully they're not gonna throw a cow.
We'll just like try to be far away enough from the town. Not too much.
So
Okay.
Lesyra has a really confused look on her face, and she says, "Do you not get a lot of travelers like us coming through the town?"
He just shakes his head and he goes, "No, very rarely."
Lesyra just looks done and a half, and she's like, "We could have been ill-fined by now. Ill-fined by now."
They just kind of, like, like rubs her shoulder and just kind
We
of
could
looks
have put your
really.
paper bag on top of your head. It would be fine.
Paper bag.
One that says not Faye.
Little holes in the sides where her ears stick out. Like,
Oh my god!
not Faye across the face.
And I think it's pronounced ill-themed, if I'm correct.
Yes.
Yeah.
Faye. Yeah, I guess.
Ill-themed.
It's Shathid.
That's how I'm going to pronounce it now. So we're going to itch your feed.
That's how I've been pronouncing it in my head the whole time. So
It's alright.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's ill-themed.
Yeah. It's all good.
I think Simon will be more comfortable if we just find a different place to stay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a big boy here.
He kind of says, "Okay, but we're the only inn in town."
It's like we'd manage, but I think he'd have a really, really hard time. Just, yeah.
Lesyra says,
being
"Let's just walk out of town and then walk towards Reprieve for about an hour and then camp out there."
Hmm.
Sounds like that'd be the
Works for
best
me.
course of action at this point.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so you guys head out of the inn, and as soon as you exit the front door, there's a gnomish man standing there, and he's wearing like a coat, like a similar to a lab coat, and he's all dirty, like he's covered in dirt, and he's just standing there smiling. And like as you walk out and stop before him, he quickly thrusts out his hand for a handshake and smiles. This big toothy
God.
smile.
As who
Inside-
is he
Hello.
doing this?
We all just back away slowly.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll down too.
Yeah, I'll roll as well.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds really sketchy.
He's kind of got frazzled hair that he's got pulled back into a little ponytail, and he has big glasses on his eyes, and he's like missing a tooth.
That's not good.
And
Gunther,
but
what do
he's
you
still
think of this?
smiling, showing all of his remaining teeth. He seems pretty genuine. And he's just sort of thrusts his hands out for a handshake.
I
And he goes,
shake
"Hello!"
it.
And he takes your hand and very energetically shakes your hand. It's like a kid on a sugar high.
Oh my god. Help.
And he goes, "My name is Sinvin. I'm one of the best inventors here in town." And he kind of looks over his shoulder and looks around. And he goes, "Don't let the others hear that, though. They get pretty touchy about that."
Oh my god.
So, self-proclaimed best.
Yep. He's like, "I was wondering if you all would help me with a project that I have going on."
What kind of project?
He goes, "I'm going to call it the Big Dig." And he says, like, he's sort of like putting his hands out as though a banner forms between them in his mind.
Is it a shovel project?
Kind of. I have moles in my employ.
What?
Oh my god,
Moles.
he's insane.
They dig very deep into the ground. I'm going to have them dig down and find ores, and I have and he's trying to explain it with his hands, like this object that he's trying to describe to you. And he goes, I have a processor that processes ores, and I stick it on the gnome, and the gnome goes digging. It's brilliant. It really is.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Was you like?
I'm very confused, but
Intrigued.
yes. Oh.
He says, all that I need is for you to help me capture some more moles. You see, they're getting quite smart. I can't catch them quite as easy. They avoid my traps, and they're big, and I'm not big.
We don't have time for this, and Lesyra just starts walking away.
Fair enough, understood.
Oh my god.
And he reaches into his pocket and pulls out this little, like a business card in a way, and he holds it out toward Gunther and all the rest of you. And you can see like he's got all like dirt underneath all of his nails and stuff.
I'll take
He's
the
holding
card.
it out there. He says, "Contact me if you're ever back in town. We'll organize something."
Can you remind me his name again?
Maybe next time, bud.
It's Sinvin.
I'm gonna write it down.
Yeah.
There. Thank you. I might also need the other gnomes' names later, but it's not a big deal.
Yeah. Okay. He smiles and like turns around like on his heel and then marches off very confidently into the night. Back into town. So, where are you guys headed? Just toward Reprieve a little bit, about an hour, or
Yeah, something like that,
Yeah.
so we can set up the fortress there.
so about out to here, so that you have somewhere outside the city walls that you can. Well, there aren't really walls, but outside of the limits of the town where you can set it up.
Far
and
enough
not-
away that nobody will bother us.
Yeah, you're not going to send him into like a fucking panic with this fortress popping up.
I was thinking. I've been thinking about this, but we need to get to like say a command word for the fortress, but we didn't think of. It doesn't specify one, so can we just pick something?
Yes.
Can it just be erect?
Good.
My god, yes.
Please.
Erect.
Or erection.
The only thing
It
is,
can-
though, like, we can't have that around Eris and Simone.
No, I mean it should be more than one word if we're gonna do it.
Yeah, don't just say erect, because I feel like we're gonna kill ourselves one day with that.
Can it be something that sounds like a Harry Potter spell? Like
Erect.
Erectum leviosa.
something erectus.
Erectus. Brophicus.
We're adults here,
Yes, we are.
laughing at dick
Just a bunch of
jokes.
20-some-year-olds talk about dick jokes.
Married people. About to be married people.
Jesus. People who have jobs and a mortgage.
So what do we want to pick for that?
Erectus Brophicus.
It can just be erect if you want it to be.
But then that would, like, we could screw ourselves over.
I mean,
How
we don't
so?
use the word erect very often in a sentence,
But
I
we have
think.
Lesyra here.
even without Eris and Simone, you're not safe.
No, because, like,
No.
I feel like that's just going to be, like, something like Eris is just going to say the word, like, erect, and then boom, we're dead. Roll a new character.
Yeah, no, it has to be something that sounds like a fucking Harry Potter spell, but like it has to have the word erect.
It could just be, like, a really, like, it could be, like, a really weird phrase, like, that gnomish family sitting in the corner sure is quiet. I'm trying to think of like a joke. Oh my god, Nick's all of a sudden, like fucking meteor crashes. Everyone roll a new character. Fuck you guys.
What should it be?
Terrible erection.
No, that's even worse.
Yeah,
That
also
one I feel
sounds
like
like
would
something
occur
someone
even
might say.
more. Yeah.
If it lasts for more than 4 hours, see a doctor.
It's the word erect, but you have to hold the E for like 3 seconds. The second E for like 3 seconds.
Erect!
Oh my god.
No, it's like when you need it to like come up with a password, but it has to have numbers, and you're like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh my god.
No, that's a
It's
great
just all
idea.
like
Just make it.
Erectile
Just make it
1992.
7. You go 7, erection, question mark.
erect building 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 exclamation point.
Erectus Maxicus.
Maximus.
Jesus Christ.
Masochist. Oh yeah.
Maximus.
Maximus.
There you go. There's your Harry Potter spell.
Erecticus Maximus.
Yes.
Erectus Maxicus. I actually like that.
I'll add it to the thing.
That way you're not going to accidentally say it, clearly.
Can we keep it?
Everybody just like, oh god!
I want to keep it, yes.
Okay.
That's our spell.
We all agree that
Erecticus
that's our...
Maxicus. Yep.
Without
We're
the
not gonna
numbers.
accidentally say it.
I'm gonna write it down now.
I'm
Are
doing
you actually
that.
gonna have the numbers as well?
No. I
I
say
think
no.
it would be a very, like a very safe precaution.
It is, but it's a little too safe if you say it quick.
You
Erecticus Maximus. Excellent.
I love this.
You say you watch Simone give you a look.
He's just all like, I
didn't
have
say-
to leave when
I
we get
did-
back from this
I
trip,
did not
you're
s-
fine.
I did not say that in character.
I mean, but you're gonna eventually.
You're gonna have
Oh
to.
yes, I will. We will later.
Like
We can-
now, though.
I
If we do it
I wonder
now,
why
we're
our
all dead.
I wonder why our sessions take so long. We say as we have a 15-minute discussion about what we should about what we should.
Oh my god.
What kind of pun we should use for
Erect as a
erection?
command word.
Yeah, that's something I hadn't thought of in advance, and I was like, wait, we need a command word. And I was like, it needs to
Well.
be something with erection, because it'd be perfect.
So, here we are.
Having done that,
Mm-hmm.
Yup.
So, fuck. So you guys are gonna use this tower outside of town?
yes.
Yes.
Okay. So you speak the command words.
Erectus Maxicus. Maximus.
Jesus Christ! And you summon this tower up.
We should put some distance between us and the tower before we erect it.
Yes.
Yeah, you do. You step right the fuck back. I assume. Unless you want to just like put it down, just like
Say the
shout
word.
out erections into it, and then it just fucking explodes.
It's
Oh my
basically
God.
suicide.
Lesyra and Eris are just like heavy breathing right now.
Oh my god.
Look at that erection.
So, you guys pile in and spread yourselves across the 2 levels of this thing and find nice spots to sleep amongst all of you.
There's 2 floors in the
Oh.
roof, so that's good.
Yeah. So, you all pile in, close the front door, and get comfortable and get your sleep and or meditation, as the case may be.
I feel like this is going to become something of a rumor, something people talk about, like this traveling fortress that just pops up all over the place.
Oh my god.
It's like a clue that like tells people like you've been here. There's like this patch of just dead grass, like a 40-foot area. So, you guys get comfortable, get some rest. Morning comes around and you pack up and push forth to Reprieve. And is there anything else you want to do here before you move on?
I
Like in the morning or
Yeah.
before bed? In the morning.
In the morning or before bed, like anything that you want to do.
in Reprieve.
No, in the morning.
Shalator, before you go to Reprieve, is there anything here you want to do before
Okay,
you
no. I don't.
Not that I can think of.
Okay. So all of you head over to Reprieve, and when you arrive, it's a shorter distance, so you get there sort of mid-afternoon, early afternoon, because you're on your mounts heading over there. And most of the townsfolk greet you and wave, and they're all very happy to
Do they
see all
finger
of you.
gun at us?
Yes.
Yeah!
Hey.
And so the cancer spreads. So you
We should go say hi to Glenn.
Yeah,
I need to stop there anyways.
and so do I.
Lesyra kind of curtly says, "Yeah, because I'm not coming back."
She's so mad.
Wait,
It's fine. She's just throwing a temper tantrum.
Gunther's just like, wait, what? What
She's
do you mean
upset.
you're not coming back?
I mean, right now.
I meant for this trip. I am not coming back to Reprieve.
Okay.
I'm never returning to this place. It's evil.
God.
Lesyra is so mad that she just swears off going to Reprieve forever.
Just like, I hate everyone and everything in this village because I'm just so triggered by it.
The entire
Just
trip,
straight up
Lesyra
triggered.
has just like got crossed arms and a pouty lip and like a furrowed brow.
She's like a 5-year-old right now. Like a
Yeah.
literal 5-year-old that did not get the toy she wanted at Walmart. And so she's just sitting in the back of the car and everyone's all like, do you want to get McDonald's? And she's like, no. And then she proceeds to kick the back of the seat.
So,
Oh my God. Anyways.
exactly. So, you guys head over to Glenn's workshop,
Yeah.
and what would you like to do? You head up to the front door, and you can see like through the hole in the door that's sort of like a little porthole window thing, that there's sort of light in there, and she's clearly working away at the forge on something.
She's like, hey, how's
hey,
things?
You bust through the front door like, hey!
Like you
And
own
she
the
just,
fucking
like-
place.
She just like drops what she's doing and finger guns all of you and goes, hey!
Oh
And
no!
it's just like this fucking thing for a couple of minutes. She's, I'm happy to see all of you. Come in. And she sort of puts her gloves down and leans against the front of the bench that she's got back there and folds her arms and gets comfortable. She's like, so what can I do for all of you? It's nice to have you visit.
I want to approach her and just be like, like, hey, it's good to see you. It's been a while. And then it's in Gunther's bag, right?
Yes.
I'm
Yeah.
just gonna ask Gunther if I can borrow his bag real quick to get the.
Or I can just get it out for you.
He's like, don't touch it.
Just ask and you shall ask and you shall receive.